Like this, chapter 5, chapter 5 is called Discussion and Conclusion. So, 5.1, Introduction. You are going to give brief summary of the study objectives, key findings, and how the chapter is structured. And here is an example of that. Here is an example of how you introduce chapter 5. Okay. 5.2, Discussion of Finding. In this session, you analyze and interpret the results of the study. It compares findings, existing literature, and theoretical framework. You are going to tell what you found during this study. 5.2, Interpretation of key results. Discuss what the findings mean in relation to research question. You are going to speak about the finding in relation to research question, like this example here. 5.2.2, which is 5.2.1. This is 5.2.5.2.1. That means it has to do with this. 5.2.2, we're still talking about discussion of finding. Comparison with previous studies. Compare your findings with past research. Example, here is a very real living example of this. 5.2.3, Implications of the findings. Explain how the findings contribute to academic knowledge, practical application, or policy recommendation, and here is a living example of that. 5.3, Limitation of the study. Acknowledge the study is limited, such as sample size, the methodology, external factors affecting the results, and here is an example of how to say this. 5, Recommendation for future researches. Suggest areas for further studies based on the study's limitation and findings, and here is an example of that. Conclusion. 5.5, Summarize key findings and their relevance, emphasizing and contribution to acknowledged and practical applications, and this is an example of that. Now we come to the preliminary pages of a research. الصفحات الأولية تتكون من the title, example of the title, the author, and institutions, and date of. This is on the page title, the title page. Declaration page, if required, by formal statement by researchers affirming that he works in his original, and this is an example of that. Certification page, this is a page where the supervisor or institution certificates the research work as authentic, and here an example of that. Dedication of this optional, like you have to write it. A personal note dedicating the research to someone special, and this is an example of that. Acknowledgement, a section to appreciate those who contributed to the research, and here is an example of that. Abstract, summary of the research, including objectives, methods, key findings, and conclusions, and this is an example of that. Table of contents, and this is very clear. You type the title page and then the page number, declaration, and then the preliminary pages, they are written in Roman numbers. List of tables and figures, if you have. You are going to table 1, figure 1, title, page. List of abbreviation used in the research example, and that's it. This is the end of our lecture, dear students, and wish you all good luck.